Hello everyone. This video I'm recording for your internal exam point of view. As you know, the important questions are there, and we have already discussed everything. And in today's lecture, I have conducted all the problems related solutions and have solved a few questions, and I have guided how to approach these questions for your exams. So, moreover, all the questions from my notes only, few topics which is need to cover in the classroom, but still we did not get time. So after your exam, I will cover. But moreover, few questions I will solve here. For example, the question number 15, like database system for transaction management. If you want to solve this, this is complete theory and easy question. You can go through that. I'm going to solve this question. Along with that, I will solve question number is 22, where they have asked relational algebra related problem. This is also very easy question. You should approach this question also very easy. I will solve everything, and one more question I will solve, this 23rd question. Okay, where basically you are saying that they have asked a question like you have to perform some SQL queries so that you can get these answers, right? So this is I'm recording for your purpose only. Okay. So all these three questions in this video I will solve, and I will provide this as a reference. You can refer and you can learn from it. And apart from that, if any other doubts are there, you let me, you ask, I will answer everything, right? So this is for your purpose only. So these important question you refer. Okay. And one more message for you all. Uh, One question is there, like you have to explain database advantages through parametric way, like who are the parametric user, what their benefits are there. That one more question is there. You go through that, okay? So this you do by yourself. Other than these three questions, I will do. Okay. Let me share the whiteboard so that I can solve. Whiteboard is not here. One second, allow me to share my whiteboard. Yes, it is there. I'm going to share this. Now you see this question, uh, database system for transaction management. This question actually belongs to fourth module, but anyhow, they have asked. So basic level I will explain, and though I have explained this in multiple time in the classroom. So transaction management means if you're talking about database languages, there you are using the TCL, like transaction control language, right? In that, we are using the commands like commit, rollback, save point. So these are basically used for the transaction management. First of all, let me explain what is the transaction. Transaction means when you are working simultaneously on multiple operations, like in tables, multiple rows and columns, multiple cells. So many things are happening together. So database management system always taking care of that the four things, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability, right? So these four things, we are calling it acid principle. Okay, acid principle we are calling it. So we want to achieve these four principles: atomicity, consistency, isolation, and I will say uh, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. You see here a database system for the transaction management. This is what your question is, designed to ensure multiple operation on database, which is ultimately called as transaction, are performed reliably, safely, and consistently, right? It groups related action such as if you want to perform some money transfer, right, into a single transaction that must follow the ACID principle. So this ACID principle you keep in mind, right? So A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, D for durability. So one line of definitions I have given, you go through, right? Atomicity means all or nothing. For example, the whole transaction is completed or nothing is done. So partial changes are never saved. If you are completing, you are not doing nothing. I mean, nothing has done. So atomicity means if anything happened, that should work properly, that should happen properly, right? Or else uh, this will do nothing. Okay. Consistency, database always moves from one valid state to another valid state, maintaining all rules and constraint. So these rules and constraints must followed, okay, must be followed. Isolation, each transaction is protected from the others running at the same time, so results are predictable. Durability, once everything get complete, you are committing, right? You are committing. It affects our permanent and even after system failure, right? So these four principles you want to achieve. So go through these single line definitions and use for your exam purpose. One example, through example, I will explain this. Let's say you are a customer, bank customer, and you want to transfer 1,000 rupees from account A to account B, right? So you will first start the transaction later from account A. Okay, let's say A and B. So you are sending 1,000 rupees from account A, and this will get credit to account B. Okay. Now you see you are doing commit here also, and you are doing commit here also. So if you are doing this commit, this transaction must be saved. This means suppose X amount in A is there and Y amount in B account was there. Let's say at beginning, right? At beginning, at beginning. So what will happen after this? This you will achieve like X minus 1,000 and you will get Y plus 1,000, right? This would be the final outcome after commit. Okay. So this is what. If you want to make some changes, so don't perform commit, go with rollback. Okay. So, in under TCL, we have commands like commit and rollback. So this is basic answer I have given for your exam point of view. Go through this. Very easy, simple explanation I have given. If you are able to write this much only in your exam, you will get the complete marks. Apart from that, one more question is there which I want to solve. Let me take you on the question first. Where is that? 1 minute, allow me. I am searching. 1 minute, guys. Let me search. Where is that? Yes, it is there. Okay. Now you observe this. You observe this question. What they are asking. Okay. What they are asking. First of all, to solve this question, you have to learn relational algebra, right? Relational algebra. Guys, I am recording only for these three questions. One question I have solved for transaction management. You give the only explanation for acid property, why it is important, and give one example for money transfer. That is enough. Now, second question, perform operations on given table. So two tables are given. This is for student. This is for I. I am representing S for student, I for instructor, right? So they have given four tasks to you. One is union operation they want to see. Another one they want to see intersection. And third operation with respect to different ways, difference operation they want to check. Okay. So these three operations they want to ask. So under relational algebra, we are using the few symbols, though it is not required. But for your just understanding purpose, I'm going to this what you are calling it. I'm going to just explain here. Okay. So if somewhere you are getting pi, okay, pi means projection. After that, if you are getting, I can say sigma, you will call it like selection. Okay. If you are getting, I can say this symbol, this is called as Cartesian product. Cartesian product. Okay. Now, I can say if you are getting minus, minus means set difference. Difference. I will tell how it will work. Okay. If you are getting, I can say union, this is for union. And if you are getting, I can say this of symbol means intersection. And sorry, not like that. Let me take a space so that you can understand properly. If you are getting this symbol, okay, this is called as join. Now let me tell, uh, you see here, only you need union, intersection, and difference. Out of these symbols under relational algebra, you need to perform only union, intersection, and difference. And one more thing for you guys, this is very easy question. You must attempt if it is coming in exam, right? It is very easy question. I'm telling you how. First of all, we have to perform union, we have to perform intersection, and one more, we have to perform set difference. Okay. So what do you mean by this? If set theory you have studied, if let's say S is there, let's say I is there, if both are coming under one set, like both values are coming together uniquely, I can say uniquely, that is called as union. Okay. And let's say it's the same S is there and I is there. So this common part in both table, which is common, that is called an intersection. Okay. What do you mean by difference? Difference depends like S minus I. So whatever value available in S table other than I table, okay, that is called as difference for S. And the same way, if I minus S, so whatever value is available in I table only, that is your output other than S table. Okay. So this is how you need to solve this question. So these three logic we have to apply. So this is about relational algebra. Okay, a quick overview I am giving. Now my target is solving this question. It will take hardly 5 minutes, and you will get complete marks. You must attempt. I am telling you all, must attempt this question. Okay. So how you will do? I am telling you. To solve this, let's say first operation. This is, let's say student, this is for I am representing like that. Maybe in your exam they will consider this table as the instructor and this table as a student, but time being I'm considering a student as a S, instructor as a S for these tables, right? So let's say first operation, student union instructor. So how you can solve this? To solve this, let me first draw this two columns. One is first name and another one is last name, right? So you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, I can say values are there in these rows. So all value will come directly for S because this is your first table, right? You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more 7. Okay. These will come here, ditto. You just insert here. Okay. Now you start matching union operation, which is common in both. Okay. Now you see John Smith is not there. So I will take John Smith, one more row. Okay. For John Smith. Again, Ricardo Browne is there? No, it is not there. So again, I will add one more row, right? Again, Susan Mayo. Here, Susan Yayo, they have given. Now you see, both are unique. So that will also come to in this. Okay. So one more row you have to add. Now, Francis Johnson, it is there? No, it is not there. This also unique. So this also you add here. This is your union operation. Ramesh Shah. You see here Ramesh Shah is in both tables, so will not take because you have already inserted this directly. you write here, I'm not writing anything, but you must fill these value uniquely. Okay. So if you are preparing in such a way, this is for union operation. This is how you have to solve. Okay. This is answer for first question. Okay. Now I will take for the, I can say for this second question. What is second question? As intersection instructor, student intersection instructor. Intersection means which is common in both table. You see, Susan, Yayo, not common. Only you observe there, Ramesh Shah is there, the common part. So I think the answer for this question will be only one. So I should not take this much bigger table. Only a small table is enough to solve. So now the same thing, first name, last name, right? First name, what is the common in both? Intersection, set intersection, which is common in both table, that only will go to this part. You see, Susaniayo, you search here, not available. So this is not applicable. Now again, you see, Ramesha, Ramesha, yes, it is there. So take this on this, okay? Ramesh Shah. So that is there, okay? Johnny Collar, not there. So again, this will not go. Barbara Jones. Barbara Jones is not common in both tables, so cut this. Amy Ford, not common, cut this. Jimmy Wang, not there. And Ernest Gilbert, not there. So this way, only you are getting one common part from the both table. Okay. This is how you have to solve this question. Now, third question is difference. I have to perform S minus I. Again, I will take two columns. I will take two columns. You see here, this is first name, this is last name. Okay, this is first name, this is last name. And now, now observe here, S minus I. S minus I means the values which is available in I, that should not come in this table. The value which is available in I, that should not come in. You see here, this value is there. Okay. So that value should not come. Other than all the value should go. Means 1, 2, means this value will not come. Okay. Other than all value will come to this table. So this is what the S minus I. Okay. You can perform some algebraic operations also. I'm not against of that. But if you're writing in such way also, that is enough. And one line, some explanation you can provide in your own language, right? Let's say Susan Yayo. Okay. Johnny, Johnny Collar. Okay. Johnny Collar. Barbara Jones. Barbara Jones. Amy Ford. I think you are catching how I'm writing this. Amy Ford. Jimmy Wang. Jimmy Wang. What else? Ernest Gilbert. This also will come here. Ernest Gilbert. Now observe this. Only what I have done, which is common in both tables, that I removed. Other than from the first table, whatever is there, that everything I have filled. Understood? This is how this will work. Now one more question is there. You observe, I'm removing this. Okay, I'm removing this because it is already recording. So you can pause and you can go back and you can learn. Okay. Okay. Done. Now one more question is there. I minus S. So you need to perform a set difference between from table I to S. Okay. So again, which is available in S will not go to this table. Other than all the I table values you have to write in this. So let me say that first name and last name, right? Now you see only one part is common, that is these two are common. So that will not go. Other than all these value will directly go to this table. That is your answer for this I mentioned. And you see how easy it is. Okay. And if you are answering in such a way, you will get the complete marks. I think this makes sense. Now you work on this, and if you are getting any doubt, any suggestion, or I am not explaining this in order, then let me know, because I am simply solving here for your reference purpose only. Okay. So two questions now till now I have solved, and this question I will suggest you must solve because it is very easy and you will get direct marks. Okay. Now, now what I should do? Uh, I'm going to take the one question from the SQL part. Okay. So let me explain the question. Direct I will perform practical. Okay. For question number 23. For question number 23. That is SQL based question. That is quite, I can say, sub-query related question. They should not give, but they given. So I'm going to solve that question for your reference. And allow me 1 minute. I'm sharing that MySQL. So SQL, this one is MySQL. Let me share this. I think it is opened. And let me. Already, I have taken this MySQL. Let me start MySQL. Now I will solve the question. So what I will do from the scratch, I will solve this. So I will create one table, database. I will create the table, inserting the values. Then one by one, I need to perform the questions answers. So you open that 23rd number question in your system and you see how I'm solving. The same way you need to solve. Actually, this needs practice because so many important facts in they have taken in that. Okay, so let me just explain to you. Recording it. So first and foremost, I have to create the database, and you may write in such a order only. The question they have asked, we have to create the database for employee, and we have to take some value in, I mean, in the table, and based on that we have to perform the some retrieval process. Based on the question only I will perform. Okay, first let me create the database. So first task is creating the database, and you see what I'm doing here, that is comment. Okay, that you should do. Okay, so how you will do the create the database? So for that you need to write the commands like create what you want to create database, and you have to give the database name. Let's say this time I will give the name like employee. Employee. I don't think that I have employee database. Okay, let me check. So once you will write this command, you need to run. Okay, execute it. Yes, database getting created. You have to refresh it, and after that, just you see here database came now, and tables, views, stored procedure, and functions came here. Now I need to create the table. See, no arrow mark here, so I need to create table. So now I will create the creating the table, right? Now, to create the table, how you will create? Again, you have to write the your DDL command. You have to apply DDL command because you are defining the data database. Okay, so create what table? Create table, and you have to give the table name. Table name means I can say employee table. Okay, so create table called as, I can say, employee. EMP I'm writing here, employee table. Okay. And based on that only, you have to define the schema also. So to define a schema, you need to give the column name, right? Column name, field name, or attribute, whatever you're calling it. So let's say I'm telling here employee ID, employee ID, and I'm telling this int type, and I'm again defining it as a primary key. Okay, as a constraint. So primary key, comma. Let's say a few more fields. So I'm telling it as a employee name, and employee name should be varchar. So where can, and I'm giving the size, some size I will allocate. And let's say a few more character attributes. Let's say salary. Salary should be decimal, this is another data type. And I'm giving the range like salary, let's say 10 digit and decimal point two. Okay. Next, let's say address. And address also should be varchar, and let's say 100. Okay, this is what I'm defining here, and mark it as a semicolon. If I will execute it, my table will get created. Okay, table get created. This should come here. So let me refresh it. Which one I have opened? Employee. It is not coming there. So let me refresh it. Again, let me check. Oh, one mistake is there. That mistake is happening. I can say it went here. Okay. Because I did not use my DB. So let me use database. That is employee. That is employee. Okay. And let me run it. Yes, now I'm in my this schema. Now you see bold it is. Earlier the bold part was this. Okay. So now you came to this. Now I want to create this table in this particular database. So this is how you can change the database also. So now it is created under this. You want to see here, you have to refresh it. Now you check employee came here. Now you check in the columns, employee ID, employee name, salary, address. So this is all for all four columns you have created. Now you need to insert values. Again, you need to use DML command. Okay. So how you can insert the values in the above table? Insert values in the above table. How you will do? So to do that, I need to run command called as insert into, where you want to insert into in EMP, and you should write like EMP, and you should write like values, and what values you want to give insert in this. Okay. I hope till here you are understanding everything, whatever I have done. Right. Now, uh, insert into the employee table values, and one by one you have to fill. Let me take this down so that it will make some sense. So based on this, you can say columns like employee ID, employee name, salary, and address. These four values you have to fill in same order based on this defined data type only. And you see employee ID is you can say bold, and underline means primary key it is. Okay. Let me give employee ID. Let's say 101, and some name you can allocate. Let's say Rohan, and his salary, let's say 75,000, and decimal it is. So I should give some decimal value, and next uh, employee ID, employee name, salary, and one more thing, address I have to give. So address also where there. So let's me give like Bangalore. Okay. So this is one value I have inserted. Similarly, let me take a few more values so that we can easily retrieve the data, and I will make some minor changes. Okay, to Rohan, let's say Sohan. Okay, his salary is, let's say, 55K. Okay, and let's say he is from Mysuru. Okay. Now, similarly, I will change some minor changes, employee ID, and I hope you are getting what I'm doing here. Sohan, Rohan, Mohan, let's say Mohan, some minor changes. Okay. Let's say salary is 48,000. Okay. And he's from Chennai. Let's say Chennai. Okay. Similarly, I will take one more. Uh, let's say employee ID 4. And this time, Mohan, let's say Shankar, and salary is 62,000. Let's say some salary, some random value you can give, and address is, let's say, Hyderabad. Okay. Now, similarly, I will take some more data. If more data is there, easily we can perform the more retrieval process easily. Shankar, let's say one name, and this time salary, let's say 45K. Okay. And address is, let's say Delhi. Okay. One more few, you can say take. This time I will take value, let's say some more Preeti. Okay. And salary, let's say 85K. And address Pune. Some address like you can give as per your understanding. Last one more I will take. Okay. So let's say this is employee ID is 107. Name is let's say John. And salary let's say some 54,000. Okay. And address is uh, London. Okay. London. Okay. So we are done with this. So as you know, this is last, so we'll give the semicolon. If everything is fine with respect to this table, then definitely we'll get the values inside the table. Let me run it. Okay. So insert into is successfully done. So let me check. How you will check? You need to perform select all from which table? EMP table. Okay. Let me run it. You see here, all the values are coming, and you can increase and you can see all the seven values are coming, right? So everything is perfect. All the things got filled. Now, what I am looking for based on the given question, okay, I will solve by one. Retrieve all the employee record and list the name of the in descending order. So, you know how you can perform this. To perform this, first question, they are telling that retrieve all the employee record and the list the name of in the descending order. So, you know, the same thing, you have to perform this select operation only, but in different manner. So, how you will perform it? You see here, first question, and you observe this question, first question in your PDF, then only you will come to know which question I am solving. Retrieving all the employee record and listing their names in the descending order. So order by clause, many clauses I will use. Okay. So how I will do this? You see, I have taken employee name. So employee name. Okay. Employee name. Employee name from where? EMP table. From EMP table. Employee name from EMP table. Okay. From EMP table. And I can say order. You see, it is coming directly. Order by what you want to check in the descending order. What you want to check descending order? Employee name. Okay. Employee name in the descending order. For that, we have inbuilt command in the MySQL disk. Okay. Okay. If you run this, if I will run this, you see, you will get error. What error is there? Employee doesn't exist. From EMP, sorry. EMP. Okay. Not from database. You see, now I will let me run it. You see, all the employees details are coming in descending order. Sohan, Shankar, Rohan, Preeti, Mohan, Mania, John. This means, you know, in what way it is arranging based on, uh, based on, I think, let me check. Sohan, Shankar. So whatever you are saying the names in the alphabetical manner, it is in descending order. So in whatever names I have taken, in that S is having, I mean, the higher alphabetical order. So S is coming first, then followed by other alphabets. So this is how you can get the answers. Okay. For one first question you have solved. Now second question they have asked, for example, find the average and lowest salary of the employees. So whatever values you have filled for this salary, okay. So which one is lowest? You see the lowest value, I think 45,000. This means Manya salary is the lowest salary. Also, you want to get the average, means total 7 employees. You add all seven and divide by 7. Then you will get the average. So both are we have to perform through SQL. So how I will do? Again, you have to perform retrieval process with the select command. Okay, select. And here you have to use aggregate function. And aggregate function is the one of the topic in the function in the SQL, which I will explain. But time being, average is one of the function, aggregate function. You pass the particular column name. Okay, direct. So in my case, salary is one of the column. For that, I want to check the aggregate function. Also, I want to check the average of the salary. So you pass just which column average value you want, just pass it in average. So whatever value will be there, that you will get average. Apart from that, you want to check the lowest value. So for that, we have a one function, one aggregate function called as min. And for which you want to check min, uh, I can say for salary only, the minimum salary who is getting that you want to check. Okay. So min. So from where you want to check this? From EMP table. Okay. Now, if everything is correct, you will get the average salary and you will get the mean salary. Let me check. You see, average salary 60,571 and something this. Mean salary 45,000. I want to restrict this at up to 2 decimal only. So what I will do, I will pass this all in the round and I will say 2 comma 2. So if I will run again, you will see that up to 2 decimal value only will get. You see here only up to 2 decimal you are getting. Okay, so round also you can use round function or the inbuilt function. And don't worry, this all we will do one by one in the classroom. But here I'm explaining. Now I want to change this column names. This is not looks cool. So I will use here alias. Alias means as average, I can say salary. Similarly, for min salary, I will use alias as min salary. Now, if I will run this, you see, these columns will get changed. You see here. So average salary 60,570.43. Mean salary was 45,000. Now you can cross check here, right? This is how you can, I mean, solve. So two questions I have been solved. Now, third question, I want to display the employee with salary between 40,000 to 60,000. Okay. Those who are getting salary from 40,000 to 60,000. From this table, I want to give the employee with salary between 40 to 60,000. So I will display employee name also and salary who are getting between 40,000 to 60,000. Now you see how to solve that question. To solve that question, you have to perform some retrieval operation like select. Select is what you want to select. Select all from employee. Select all from employee where I can say salary, where salary. Now one another operator you can use between operator 40,000 and 60,000. See, logical operator you are using and between operator you are using here. Okay, and semicolon. Now, if I will run this, you see, it will display employee name, employee ID, and everything. This is returning. So whatever is coming under, I can say this uh, under 40,000 to 60,000, whatever salary, their employee ID, their employee name, and their address, everything is coming. I am giving a small task. I want to get here only the employee name and their salary between 40,000 to 60,000. You do by yourself this. Okay. Now, last question. Last question. I think 5 questions they have given. Okay. So guys, one question was there, like count the total number of employees. When I was inserting the value 7 employee details I have inserted. So how you can count? So there is again one aggregate function called as count. You can use count. So let me use that. Select count, and I want to count all. So I will pass asterisk. And as early as I will check total employee. From where? From the employee table. Okay. If I will run this command, I will get the total seven employee I have inserted in the table by this. One more last question. Retrieve the employee names having second highest salary. Actually, this is placement question. Now you see how you can check this retrieval of employee names having second highest salary. Now, if I will take you on this table, you see 75, 55, 48, 62, 45, and 85. Second highest, I think Rohan's salary 75K. That I should get. Okay. How I will write this code? This is very tricky code. You see how you can perform it. So select, select, uh, I can say employee name. Select employee name because you want to retrieve employee names, those who are having second highest salary. So we have only one employee. So select employee name and from the employee table, and where I have to use where clause, where salary. Now you see how to apply the logic. And this is I'm going to use, you can say the subquery. Okay. This is a part of your second module, but still this question I will solve here. As equals to, I will say select max select max salary. uh what else I can apply? Select max salary from employee where salary, I mean there are various way, but this is one of the subquery you can use. This is one of the tough, but you can use select max salary. Okay, salary from employee. We have only table. No, if everything is fine, this I'm getting error like select is not valid at this position. So let me take in single line. Yes, it is not working. So what else I can do? Select employee name from employee where salary is equals to okay. Let me use this bracket and this bracket. Okay, let me close here one bracket. Yes. Select max salary from employee where salary less than select max salary. I mean, second salary you want to check. So, which is now, the subquery having one process like innermost will execute first. So, which is the innermost? This particular select query. So, this will execute first. This will count the max salary, which is max salary, 85,000 or something I have given 85,000 max salary. So, this value become 85,000 lesser greater than, I mean this value should be greater than to this max salary. So this max salary, I mean second most max salary will be this value. So that is perfectly correct. So from here the final result you will get 75,000. Okay, because this is the second innermost, this will return the value. Okay, and this will store in this, and this is how you will get the second Rohan's salary. You see Rohan's salary, how much? 75,000. This is what. Okay. So by this, you are getting this. And if you want to get the salary also, so write down salary here. Now you check. Yes, it is coming. Salary also. Okay. So this is how you can solve. And there is various ways. I'm not telling that that is the only way uh, to solve this question. There are various ways, but this one I identified easy one. Offset you can use, and many other methods are also there for this final one. Other than all are easy. So this is how you can solve this final question from your important questions, which is we have shared in the group. So please do revise this all, right? And get the confidence in your this topic and try to perform properly in your exam. Okay, so these three questions which I identified more or less tricky, so I explained. Please refer this video for your exam point of view and do well properly in your exam. Okay, so I'm stopping here only. Thank you for watching this video and do well. Okay, thank you.